Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. recently met for their last face-off before stepping into the ring, and the atmosphere was anything but calm. With fight night approaching and the pressure building around the main event, both men appeared determined to make a statement. Still, many fans believe this is not the matchup they were hoping for. The fight has faced criticism in the weeks leading up to it, with some arguing that Roach lacks the name recognition and resume needed to headline a bout against a fighter of Tank's stature. At the same time, questions have surrounded Tank's decision to take this matchup, particularly after he indicated that 2025 could be his final year in boxing. Instead of pursuing some of the sport's biggest names, fans are wondering why he chose this particular challenge. Considering all the debate and tension surrounding the fight, the final meeting between the two fighters was always expected to carry plenty of emotion. And when Tank and Roach finally came face to face, the intensity was impossible to ignore.
While I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'ma beat his ass.
He can't do
talking.
shit with.
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
He got the whole hood over there.
Like, twisted up. I don't give a fuck
Y'all
about none
can
of that.
do whatever y'all
care about
want.
none
My
of that.
mother, he
I
can't
don't care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing is
y'all
gonna get
frown
fucked up
y'all
over here.
face
What
up.
do I look like getting fucked up?
Okay. Okay.
That shit.
Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop
telling
nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up.
As Tank entered the venue, the atmosphere immediately changed. Flashing cameras, roaring fans, and the intense attention surrounding both fighters made the final face-off feel electric. Tank stepped forward with the same self-assurance he always carries, looking completely composed despite the tension around him. His posture remained calm, yet there was an intimidating edge to his presence that made him look extremely dangerous.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of competition.
Yes,
He was doing that a lot.
And he gotta be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you gotta be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you gotta be careful of.
Roach entered with a completely different mindset. He looked focused, motivated, and determined to silence everyone who had already counted him out. He understands that most of the boxing world expects Tank to dominate, with many professionals predicting a comfortable victory for him. Rather than letting those expectations affect him, Roach appeared even more committed, using all that doubt as motivation to prove the critics wrong.
Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any.
This went far beyond an ordinary face-off. Their rivalry goes back to their amateur careers, and throughout that history, Roach has yet to defeat Tank even a single time.
We fought twice in the same tournament. So, yeah, and we fought in the Junior Olympics, in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
You fought in the regionals and then fought again in the nationals?
Yeah. So we fought in the regionals in Baltimore in his hometown. It was a close fight. Obviously, I thought I won. There was like an incident where a point got taken from both of us, and it only should have been him, or whatever the case may be. And we sent the tape to USA Boxing, and USA Boxing sent us an at-large bid to go to the Nationals.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and then they put us on two different sides of the bracket, and we met up in the championship.
And he took it again.
Yeah, he won a close fight, man. I thought I won that one.
Their amateur encounters always ended with Tank getting his hand raised. And he has never let Roach forget that history whenever the opportunity comes up. Roach has evolved since those amateur meetings, and he enters this matchup carrying something to prove. He understands that this could be his biggest opportunity to pull off an upset and silence the doubters. Still, despite the tension surrounding their confrontation, there is another issue hanging over the matchup. With Tank reportedly planning to retire in 2025, every bout he takes should carry real significance. Fights that can shape and ultimately define his legacy.
I want boxing more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, though. I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have two daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things.
At this point in his career, many fans expected him to pursue the most prominent opponents in boxing. Instead, he is set to face a talented fighter who, despite having ability, has yet to demonstrate that he can compete at Tank's level.
Other fights that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come at me.
Yeah.
And go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, very big bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking my promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Unquell didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
The strongest prediction in Lamont Roach's favor seems to be coming from someone very close to him, his own brother. And that tells you plenty. When you look at this matchup, there isn't much history between the two fighters, no established feud, and no compelling storyline suggesting Roach is the opponent capable of truly testing Tank. Eddie Hearn has described the matchup as a respectable contest, but not one with major event appeal. That assessment probably sums it up best. What boxing fans really wanted was Tank against Shakur Stevenson, because that matchup has the significance and competitive intrigue people were waiting for.
It's gotta happen. There's no way the fight don't happen. The best of the best versus the best, and I can't wait for it.
What would happen between you and Gervonta?
I'm going to win, for sure, 100%. I think that a lot of people going to bet the other way, and a lot of people going to lose money, but the people who bet this way...
Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson have been going back and forth for a long time, trading verbal jabs through interviews and social media. Their tension has built over the years, creating genuine history and conflict between the two fighters.
And I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
All right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You don't think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fight.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
picked
that's
him on
easy work?
game, probably yeah.
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like, come on.
Roach, on the other hand, is largely viewed as another name on Tank's record, an opponent expected to help him secure another victory. And if this could actually be one of the final bouts of Tank's career, that raises an obvious question. Why spend such a valuable opportunity on a matchup like this?
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people, it don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fight on our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis.
At this stage of his career, Tank has the opportunity to chase matchups that could define his place among the elite fighters of his era. Instead, he's facing an opponent he has already defeated several times during their amateur days, making this matchup look highly predictable to many fans.
And Tank have history. What can you tell us about their history and how that's going to play into the fight come fight night?
They got amateur history. They fought maybe 2 or 3 times. Tank being the winner. They sparred a few times. Tank got the best of the sparring. They just bigger and stronger now, you know? Older.
Now, it's some word out there that Lamont say, you know, he got some film that don't make Tank look too good. How could that affect, you know, the outcome on December 14th?
Shit, man. Tank, last 4 or 5 opponents all had film about how they beat him up in sparring. If that's the case, that shit happen. But fight night, we all know the outcome.
Roach understands the challenge in front of him. He knows Tank brings greater speed, power, and experience into the matchup, and he is fully aware that the odds are stacked against him.
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock him.
That disadvantage is also what gives Roach extra motivation heading into the matchup. He wants to show that he deserves to be here, that he is more than just another name brought in to fill a spot, and that he can compete with one of boxing's most dangerous punchers.
All this and all that, people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when 2 dogs get in the ring together, and I'm gonna be the one. Obviously, I'm gonna be the one coming out victorious, and you know, we're gonna put on a hell of a show for y'all. So tune in, by the fight.
For Roach, there is more at stake than simply capturing a championship. He wants to silence the people who have doubted him. He's heard the arguments that he shouldn't have been given this opportunity, watched fans label the matchup as one-sided, and experienced the criticism coming from across the boxing community. That's why he remained composed and held his position during the face-off instead of showing any hesitation.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say?
If you expected Tank to show strong emotions heading into this matchup, his face-off told a different story. He didn't appear eager to make a statement or desperate to prove anything. Instead, he remained composed, quiet, and almost completely detached from the moment.
The back have to get the shot. Everyone stay down. Thank you.
From Tank's perspective, this matchup appears to be routine. The goal seems to be getting the job done, collecting another paycheck, and then turning his attention to whatever comes next. There have even been reports raising questions about his approach to training, including claims that he was smoking during camp.
It's been to the streets. I know you ain't focused. Tighten up.
That's why I got everybody out of there. That's why I got everybody out of there. Can they see my page now?
Better tighten up.
My page now?
Now that tells you where his mindset is at. And maybe that's the big...
That gives us a pretty clear picture of where his head is right now. And that could become one of the biggest concerns heading into this matchup. If the biggest name on the card doesn't appear particularly invested in the fight, it's difficult for the audience to build excitement around it that on paper. This may not look like the most explosive matchup, but there are still plenty of reasons to keep an eye on what happens once the bell rings. Roach might not have the same level of recognition, but he's expected to enter the ring fully prepared to make the most of his opportunity. And then there's Floyd Mayweather, whose involvement adds another interesting element to the story. His connection with Tank has been anything but simple. Floyd once played the role of mentor in Tank's career, but their relationship eventually deteriorated and turned into a very public split. Now, with Floyd showing support for fighters such as Gervonta Davis and possibly aligning himself with Roach, the situation takes on an additional psychological angle. That's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to share the video with others who follow boxing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.